Hello and welcome to the fall semester of 2020. But the first thing that I need to do is commend each and every one of you and say thank you, thank you, thank you. Many times you have heard me say that Greenville Technical College is always faced with challenges, and we have overcome those challenges every time. In addition to that, we've been very innovative in how we've come up with new services to provide our students. You went above and beyond this to help us continue to provide services during this time of a pandemic. You have truly brought the mission of Greenville Technical College to life. And please believe me, our students have noticed that. That's why they keep coming back to us for the excellent service, the support service, the instruction, and everything that we provide. But you know, nowadays when students have a choice between other colleges and universities, they're looking for a college where they get that excellence in service in addition to helping provide a safe environment in this pandemic. Don't get me wrong, I know these masks are an inconvenience. I know the safety protocol that we are following can be an inconvenience, but you know, we have to do it to protect one another and to protect our students. And the more we adhere to those standards now, the sooner we'll be back to somewhat of a normal environment. So thank you very much for everything that you do. It means so much to me. It means so much to the board, and it certainly means a lot to our students. Thank you very much.
I want to thank all of our employees for what you've done since the pandemic began. I especially want to thank you for your innovation you've brought to teaching and the care you have taken to support our students throughout this period. This outstanding work is certainly one of the reasons for Greenville Technical College to be in the leadership position we so enjoy. I'm excited about the fall semester and the mix of classes we are offering. There is something for every learning style and every comfort level. We know that many of our students prefer an element of in-person learning, whether that's a full face-to-face class or a blended class, so we're offering those choices. And we're also making sure that those students who require online courses have a complement of those as well. Our facility staff has gone into each classroom and spaced desks appropriately to allow adequate distancing between them. They've also cleaned and disinfected and continue to do so, paying particular attention to high-touch areas and restrooms so that we're ready for your return to campus. Instructors will be responsible for wiping down desks between classes using a cleaning kit found in the classroom that contains complete instructions. We have worked and continue to work with DHEC and Prisma Health on safety protocols, and the doctors have assured us that it is completely safe to wipe down desks using the gloves provided and following the procedures outlined. If you need additional supplies, please let your dean know so that those supplies can be replenished. As you know, the college has a mandatory mask policy. Everyone on campus, whether outside or inside, will be wearing masks. The only exception will be people working alone in an enclosed office. Again, we know the guidance from Prisma doctors that COVID is generally transmitted from one set of lungs to another. The doctors recommended universal masking as a best practice to reduce transmission, and it will be up to all of us to enforce that policy. If you see an employee or student who is not following the mask policy, please address the issue in a friendly manner so that we can hold each other accountable. We are a community of people who care about each other, and wearing masks is an important way of demonstrating that. Students who come to class without a mask can be directed to the bookstore or to a vending machine to get what they need to enter the classroom. If a student should refuse to wear a mask, that individual would be required to leave class until one is worn. Any additional issues can be reported to the Dean of Students. Knowing our students, I doubt this will happen. They understand that we're all in this together and we're wearing masks to protect each other. Instructors who prefer to teach with face shields will have that option. Students who have medical reasons for needing a face shield over a mask will submit documentation to Student Disability Services, and instructors will be notified of that exemption to the mask policy. The college has also installed plexiglass where needed, decals on floors to ensure distancing, protocols for hand washing, and more. One of our best tools in this effort to reduce COVID transmission is our reporting system. If you or a student becomes ill, you should complete the COVID reporting form on the website. The COVID response team monitors submissions from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. A member of the team will contact you or student to investigate generally within 24 hours, but almost always much sooner. The team will notify the instructor, department head, and dean if appropriate, handle classroom cleaning, move classes if needed, and make sure the classes are covered if an instructor is ill. If you are in doubt about a situation, please fill out the form and let the team take it from there. If you have a student who isn't able to fill out the form, please fill it out on the student's behalf. Urge your students to complete the health check every day, just as you'll be doing. If they are having any symptoms listed, they should complete the COVID reporting form. Thanks again for all you're doing to facilitate learning during an unprecedented time. We are learning as well and adjusting as changes occur. Your suggestions and feedback are critical to that learning process, so please continue to ask good questions and help us develop strong solutions. Thanks again.
I'm so honored to serve as your HR leader during this unprecedented time. I have appreciated the spirit of our employee base as you've handled change after change over the past few months. It's been an unsettling time, certainly, but when you have employees who are doing everything they can to get the job done, whether they're working from home or from the office, it definitely means a lot to those who you are working so tirelessly to serve. We continue to move toward a full reopening following the directives that come from the state's Department of Administration. They set the dates for each phase using information from DHEC and the CDC to determine when it is safe for us to move forward. In preparation for your return to work, the college has made sure that all recommended safety measures have been put into place. We require face coverings such as masks to be worn by everyone on all campuses, whether outside or in. The only exception is when you are working alone in an enclosed space. We ask that everyone maintain a 6-foot distance from others. That is the amount of space that helps us avoid close contact with others. Classrooms and meeting spaces have been adjusted to maintain this distance. And where we can't maintain that amount of space, we've installed plexiglass barriers to protect our employees and those we serve. We've taken care to clean and disinfect especially high traffic areas. We've asked employees to play a part too, wiping shared surfaces and workstations between users, keeping high touch areas clean, and taking care not to touch surfaces when that can be avoided. We're doing everything we can to keep people safe on campus, and we ask that you do everything you can to maintain safety when you're away from work. By making sure that you are safe in the community, you help to protect your colleagues and our students when you are on campus. Of course, we realize that some of us will get sick. If that happens and you test positive for COVID-19, you experience symptoms of the disease, you are in close contact with an infected individual, or you are around someone who begins exhibiting symptoms 2 or more days later, you should alert your supervisor and complete a COVID-19 reporting form available on the COVID page of the GTC website. When you submit a form, all information is completely confidential. HR team members Barbara Wilson and Mary Cantrell serve as members of the COVID response team. They respond to all employee forms submitted within 24 hours, but usually much sooner. One of them will ask you some questions to understand your individual situation and then guide you through the next steps. If you're in doubt about reporting, please go ahead and complete the form. The team is ready to help whether you simply have questions and concerns or you need to isolate or quarantine. Human Resources is also ready to assist if you have questions and concerns about returning to work. First, take a look at many common questions and answers on the COVID webpage. You'll find information there on when to return to work, health monitoring and safeguards, workplace modifications, and employee benefits. All of this information is updated regularly to ensure you have the latest information at your fingertips. If you don't see what you're looking for on the COVID page, please contact Human Resources. Each person's situation is different, and we want to hear from you so that we can help. If your question relates to benefits, please contact Mary Cantrell or Barbara Wilson. If you have a hiring question, Shannon Griffin and Elisa Scott are ready to help. And if you're not sure who to contact, please give Sabrina Elliott a call. Sabrina will listen to your needs and connect you with one of our HR professionals who can assist in an effort to meet your needs. Thank you once again for your many contributions to the college. You make me very proud to be part of this team. Together, we can stay GTC strong.